I'm Bruce. It is upon us. Baseball and sunshine today. You gotta love it.
Gotta love it.
I'm working hard on all stories, including what he had for lunch yesterday. Still haven't gotten that answer, but it is a great day for baseball, and it's been a great year for the Cubs. There's been a lot of ups and downs, as you always imagine, during 162 games, but here we are, and the opportunities presented today at 2:08. By the way, Zach Zaidman's pregame show at 1:30.
Bruce, if you believe in the Cubs, and the players in that clubhouse certainly do, what do you believe most in? Their ability to prevent runs with their defense, their starting pitching, which has been outstanding, the length of their bullpen, or their offense, which is starting to get hot? What part of the Cubs gives them the most hope that they can win this series?
Well, you just named everything that gives you hope, right? So I can't divide them up. I can only say, give you a bad answer, David, that all those things have added up to them being here, 92 wins, and feeling good about them preventing runs. And from what you saw at the end of the year, even though it was against a Cardinal team that wasn't very good, scoring runs, and putting runs up on the board. The important guys to watch are going to be Armstrong, Suzuki, Tucker, right? That's been the guys that carried the load at the beginning to give them their big lead in the division at the beginning of the year. It kept them there toward the end. Those guys are going to have to hit. If you're going to score and you're not going to be able to shut down the other team totally, and I don't imagine the Padres are going to get shut out in 2 games straight. So with that in mind, your team's going to have to score runs, get on base. The Cubs at their very best, the offense is wreaking havoc on the other team, hitting the ball out of the ballpark, getting on, taking that extra base. I think that's one thing that I think has been really synonymous with them winning this year, and that is the heads-up way that when they're on the bases, you pay attention because they can score from first, they can turn a double into a triple. They've used the ballpark to their advantage. When it wasn't playing out for home runs this year, I think they've used the other advantages to win ball games.
I'm curious, Bruce. I hadn't really thought about this until you said that. You said the Cubs had a great year. Isn't that yet to be determined? In other words, if they bow out of the wild card round, will you still consider this a great year? Because they didn't win the division. I think a lot of people were hoping for that, and that's okay. They got in the playoffs. Now you see them hosting the Padres, which is what you wanted. But if they fall short in this round, the wild card round of the playoffs, I would argue they haven't had a great year. They've had a good year. How would you determine that, and what do they need to do to have a great year?
It's a really hard question to answer because it was a great season for the fans, don't you think?
Yeah.
I mean, they won 50 ball games at home. The entertainment factor was off the chart.
They kept you on your P's and Q's right up to the end.
92 wins.
But right up to the end of the season.
92, though. We expected
sure
90. They won 92.
But
just saying.
On top of all that, Chicago has a legitimate team in the playoffs. How long has it been since you've been able to say that? Maybe 22 with the White Sox, until they got bounced out of there. So it's been a long 3 years for Chicago fans to have something really great to cheer about. So maybe the term "great" is the wrong one. It's been a really good year for the Cubs, right? It's been a good year, enjoyable year. But the question is, direct and no, it's not a great year if you don't win, right?
Yeah.
If you don't get to the World Series, and even in our day, even getting to the World Series and losing, it's not considered a great year.
Bruce, let's talk about today. What do you expect in terms of a surprise on the playoff roster? And even though we have kidded about it slightly, Justin Turner's numbers against Nick Pivetta, which you supplied yesterday as Mully rolls his eyes yet again, cannot be ignored. When he has 5 of 8, I believe, 2 home runs against the guy, I wonder, could that lead him into the lineup or just in a pinch hitting role? What do you expect lineup-wise today, and any surprises with the playoff roster?
I think you said it earlier, run prevention comes before those numbers. So therefore, you have to play Matt Shaw at third base, right? You have to play Michael Bush at first. So there's no room at the end for putting Turner in the lineup today. Those numbers are real, but again, I don't think you can afford to make a big error. Just as much as you need to score runs, you can't afford to make the big error or not make the play down the third base line that Shaw has made so seamlessly all year long, putting up the Gold Glove type defense that he's played over there. So again, I think Counsell is going to go defense over offense at that position, and therefore I don't think he'll be there. But it's certainly a great question because it's dominant. 2 doubles, 2 homers in 8 at bats against him. So that's
what year was the last time he got a hit?
No, he had a couple of these hits in 24 off of Pivetta. So
last year,
it's not. Yeah, well, he hasn't played much this year, but it would be a huge upset if he's in the lineup today. Put it that way.
I know a guy would be hugely upset too.
I do too.
So, just looking at the roster, we don't even have that yet, Bruce, and we love to just question things and pick apart everybody and where they're going to be. I'm just curious, when you think about like Miguel Amaya, is there a case to be made, or is the case too strong against to even consider it?
He hasn't played enough games. It wouldn't be fair to Amaya to put him in a championship situation. It just wouldn't. I don't.
He wants it.
He wants it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it wouldn't be unfair to him.
I want to be 6'5" and blonde, it just doesn't work out.
I think it wouldn't be fair to whoever his roster spot he takes. It wouldn't be fair to Reese McGuire, but Miguel Amaya, every competitor wants that.
McGuire's done a very good job of backing up. He is basically, when Amaya went down, and he went down twice, so he's missed an awful lot of games. First he had the oblique, then he had the heel. So he's missed a ton of games. McGuire has handled that staff beautifully, okay? He has come up with some big hits. No batting average, but look at the hits and look at the way the pitching staff has responded to both him and Kelly. So with that in mind, I believe that's who you're going to have, those two guys. It's just, to me, they'll say, he hasn't played enough games. It's not fair to put him on the roster.
Will it change by round?
It would be fair to him.
Yes,
it could.
It could. I think it could possibly.
When they're playing in the World Series, Mike, you'll have to ask me again.
Yeah.
All right, Bruce. Which is your favorite Chicago connection? Is it the ex-Sox where you have Sheets, Tatis, Dylan Cease,
Machado?
The ex-Cubs, near Sox, Manny Machado. How about Yu Darvish and Jeremiah Estrada? And then you've got Mike Schilt, who coached against the Cubs with the Cardinals for a long time. This is a fun matchup because of all of those ways that the teams are interwoven.
My favorite is the Matt Boyd and his grandfather. Okay, that's my best connection. And
you're softy, Bruce.
I'm not answering your question directly, but I'm telling you the emotion that he showed yesterday and the feeling that he has going into the mound today. Not saying it's going to equate into a win or 6 shutout innings, but this team, I like this team both on and off the field as far as their connectivity, and that's why I think the front office and ownership has great belief in them being able to get through this series and continue on a track that might be a historic one for the Cubs. You don't know. We don't know. The good news is that the Cubs are 2-0 lifetime against the Padres at Wrigley Field.
Right.
I won't tell you their entire record. Yeah.
Okay. I like
it. Yeah, no,
they're
a lot better at home.
They're 2-3 lifetime.
And they're a lot worse on the road, right? I mean, the very fact the game's at Wrigley is significant.
Yeah, much more so. San Diego was not a good road team.
No.
If you want to throw that into the equation. I think they won 36, 37.
I think they're 38 and 43.
Or they're not as good against lefties.
Say that again?
They're not as good against left-handed pitching.
So Shota tomorrow?
Yeah. Right, yeah, they're about 40 points down OPS wise from lefties to righties. But again, you know, the fear is, can you get by Machado and Tatis? Those are the guys. You know, they haven't had sensational home run years, but they're definitely going to hurt you with the long ball if you make a bad pitch.
Quick one, Bruce.
That's just the way it is.
Before we let you go, we're looking at the playoff roster. We talked about this morning. If you're going for a third lefty, Taylor Rogers or Jordan Wicks?
No, I think it's Rogers. I think Wicks is looked at as a long man right now, not a guy to come in and get a one or, you know, you have to pitch to three guys, but not to get one or two guys out. I think you're going the other way.
I think you're right.
We'll see, but it's going to be fun, and look forward to it, guys.
You're the best,
Talk to you
Bruce.
later.
See you out
Thank
there,
you,
Bruce.
buddy.
Have
All
a great
right.
day.
Yep, you too.
Yeah, we'll see you out there tomorrow. I won't be out there today.
I'm going out there today.
I know.
Okay.
And I'm just telling Bruce that I'll be there tomorrow.
We're going to be there tomorrow.
We are going to
Yes.
broadcast from the press box tomorrow.
I'm sitting in Pat's chair.
starting at 5:30.
Can I sit in Pat's chair?
You, please.
This is very comfortable, Mike.
I'll be coon.
I'm really enjoying my time here.
I'll be the coon dog.
Oh, look at the beautiful Wrigley Field. Cubs are wearing white jerseys with blue pinstripes today.
I can identify with a big, strong man from the South Side.
Yes, that's right.
We are a type. So
You are a type.
I'll be happy.
Yes. Fun.